Hi, welcome everybody, and we are on another webinar discussing how to get unstuck during this difficult times. Times are always difficult, right? Always difficult. Something or other would be there in our lives to get us unstable, and we get kind of stuck, and we are not moving in our life sometime or other, every year, at all the time. Have you heard anybody saying that there is absolutely no problem in his life and he or she is in absolute bliss? No, na. So it is life, and that is how we need to handle it. So but what happens in the lives of mid-career professionals whom we are talking about? We are talking about the people who are who have a job, who are well recognized at workplace, still they feel stuck because of certain things, because of maybe competition, because they don't have the feeling of getting ahead in life. Somebody, they are not able to deal with the work pressure. Sometimes it is not able to communicate properly. Sometimes it is the peers, the juniors, the seniors. So this is the background what happens. But beyond that, something else also is happening in one's life, those are the external problems. What happens inside you is what the troublesome thing is. Because of certain triggers, we get stuck. We get stuck, and our mind doesn't allow us to progress further. Those things keep happening all the time. These external triggers, these people, these circumstances, these problem, that problem, in one form or the other, they are there always. But we get stuck at certain times when we think that we are not able to do anything about it, you know and having gone through those kind of situations myself, so I thought, why not help others, right? When I travel in the buses and the metros and the trains, even in flights, people keep craving about their workplace issues, and they spend so much of time creeping about those things. They say a lot of anger, hatred inside them, and also the pity, self pity that they have, and they keep on discussing about this for hours. So I thought, what I was doing then, actually I also was doing the same thing, right? Even if I was not expressing anywhere to anybody, I was telling myself, right? So, me also listening to myself. So, that means a double. I am not telling anybody, I am telling to myself. Once I am thinking, and I am also convincing myself that these are the things which are troublesome for me and huge for me, and I am not able to get ahead, right? If this is happening, this is double the trouble. So here what I have done is, at least you have a community where you can express, even not, if not in entirety, you can at least express something. Then the other person knows the tendency, what is happening, and he or she, the other person, me, for example, would try to give you some way out from that depleting your energy. You are depleting your energy, and if you allow yourself to use that energy into something else productive, which you are good at, then actually you can do a lot. These people will matter no more. These people will be there, but their attitude also will change. Have you not heard about this thing that mm, if you want to change the world, then change yourself. Soch badlo to duniya badlegi. No, that is the new thing that has come up, and we think in a certain way about certain things. But if but there is another perspective as well, right? So this is all that we discuss out here, and it is about, see, when this happens, what happens, you feel stuck about certain things which you think you cannot do, and those three major things will start try to address. When you say this is or that is my problem, it is not actually that problem only. It is that problem plus so many other problems as well, right? So that problem that is there, that problem one needs to handle. One needs to handle, and one needs to know that this is a problem and there is a solution here in the mindset. Not about the other people, it is about ourselves only. So let us start with the presentation. Let me share my screen so that you can see it, and we can discuss then further. So this thing that I call is just a minute. Let me enable the chart as well. Mm, yes. So any of you, if you want to ask something, you can put those questions in the chart, but we will take up those questions at the end, right? So let us start with the presentation. Why I call this a formulate your secrets, formulate your own secrets. Let me correct it here. Your own secrets to stand out in a crowd. So you will be another person. You will be a changed person, and you will be a very positive person and very active person once you know what is bugging you, right? So that those will be your own secrets, So the problems that I am facing is not the same problem you are facing, and the way I am thinking about those problems are not the same way you are thinking, right? So the thoughts are different, that is why the secrets are also different, but I'll try to tell you what all those things are, where you can take a different action, right? So let us go. Let me have this like this so that I can keep track of other things. So let us see, let us make it full. So the screen is like, say, why I say this, stand out, like say, looking different in a bunch of people is something which each of us wants. Like say, recognition is something which each of us wants. Now, what happens to a person when he or she is like say about 8 or 10 years into the job? What happens, there are other peoples in the similar ranks also, and apart from the pandemic times, when there is a crisis, what happens, there are say for one promotion there will be 8 to 10 nominations. So one gets promoted, obviously. What happens to the next 10? If the company doesn't have a HR policy, how to get the best out of these people, then the frustration creeps in, right? And that is where you think that you are not productive anymore. And you are at the same position while the other person gets promoted. You feel demoted, right? You feel not motivated. So, mm, what do you do? After some time, you will. To vent out that energy, you should know where you will vent it out. You have to utilize your energy somewhere, right? Where? That you need to know, right? So that energy, uh, that energy you need to know. And how would you know if you don't know your skills, your niche, your positive, the USP that you are born with? If you don't know, then you are not able to, you will not be able to source your energy into that stream, right? So that is the first thing that you should know. Then the second thing is, after some time, suppose you have, after investing your energy into that stream, After some time you will see that it has become productive and it has started earning you money. Then what you are thinking, you would think of becoming an entrepreneur, right? So it is not very easy to start out something, leaving a job and start out something immediately. So you will spend some time in establishing that particular thing, that particular business, and then you will you might make a transition into that particular business, or you may have a simultaneous business. So here what I am trying to do is, first of all, I am trying to resolve your workplace issues. Second, I am trying to establish your niche, the strength of yours. Third, I am trying to give you a stream, a side business which will earn you a passive income. You are not there all the time, but still you are earning, right? So that is the second thing. So welcome, Vijay, Ajay, here. So let us get into the second slide. So know three strengths in your personality which can help you stand out in a crowd. You know already you have many strengths. So we will outline your three major strengths in your personality, which you know a bit. Maybe you don't tell yourself that you have these strengths, but you have these strengths, and we will find out those strengths and enhance those strengths so that you can be different. So did you know this thing that everybody is born unique? So what Ajay is, that is nobody else is, right? I cannot be Ajay. So what Ajay has those strengths, those are very unique to him, and he is born to um, uh, deliver something very very different than others. So that is his strength. If he knows that, he becomes very powerful, right? Nobody can stop him. So that is his strengths. Let us find out how to outline and find out those strengths. I'll tell you some, and as I discussed previously also, these are for change makers and trendsetters who are extraordinary human beings. That is why they are looking for a solution. That is why they are in the webinar. And why they are listening to this is because they are extraordinary human beings and they have been doing something very, very differently, but still they are feeling stuck. That is why they are here, right? So who are these change makers and trendsetters? These people have certain characteristic. Whether they are men or women, they have these characteristics. Like say, they are very resolute, very responsible, they are innovative, curious, hardworking, genuine, helping, and supportive. These qualities are there in them. Plus they are looking for to break the barriers. Like say, they don't like the routine of life anymore. They want to do something extra. And like me, they want to go global. They don't want to stay constrained in their own country or in their own territory. They want to do more, they want to explore more, they want to travel more. So that is my vision also. So I'm looking for people like myself who will be part of my global dream, right? My vision is what? My vision is to have a super performing global team, and I want to impact 1 billion lives in 139 countries with a $1 billion enterprise. So that doesn't mean that I only I'll be only earning 1 billion. It will be like say you also will be earning millions, and like that it will make 1 billion, right? So let us see how ladies, if it is a ladies and a mid-career professional, how she feels. She feels like say how to balance work and family, how to regain my spark. She feels that after 8 and 10 years, she is nowhere. Nobody is does like to take her opinion, and it is a thankless existence, she thinks, because she has to take care of her family and workplace also. And in the pandemic time, there is a research which says that only 6% of women, they are satisfied with their work, and they have been forced to take their caretaker roles rather than earning something for the family. so that it feels like, say, there is no meaning to life anymore. And when they read something like, say, they have to get into leadership position and all, so they kind of start thinking whether they are leader as well, and whether she will be employable anymore, whether anybody will hire her to give her some work anymore. So why my income has stagnated, how to become recognized, these are usual queries of a woman. Like, say, how to should I take assignment in another city, like I had taken some time back, become a specialist, whether I should go for another degree or something, um, or any time in my life, would I be a sought after professional, anybody will look for my expertise to utilize in their workplace. This is a women's query who is a trendsetters, right? If it is a man, what happens? So for your information, I call these ladies as Rihanna, and these people as the men as Irfan. So I call Ajay also as one Irfan. So his problem, he can Ajay, you can tell yourself and others, whoever is there in the chat, they can tell what is their problem right now, why they are feeling stuck. But the some of the problems that I have gathered so far is these people, when they are stuck, they lose friends, they lose respect in the family. With spouse, they are they are having problems, and they are worried if they can start a side hustle, and they are worried that there is huge frictions at workplace, right? So these are the worries, and there are some common worries as the ladies also, how to ask relevant questions, how would I be a sought after professional, and if we can combine both their problems, then it becomes a huge problem like this. But these are the problems, right? So where do you feel stuck? Are you stuck actually, or are you feeling negative, just negative? So these are the circumstances when you feel negative, when you get a lot of negative vibes, people are saying something negative about you, and you are also thinking that yes, I am like that only. If you are accepting their negative things yourself, then you are feeling stuck. Then disproportionate conversion, you are giving your efforts 100%, but you are not getting result as much, just a 1 or 2%, or not even that is happening. Sometimes in life this happens, you give all the efforts, nothing happens, and it starts happening after some time. Yeah, if you know, if you take the example of a bamboo tree, it takes a lot of time, 5 years, nothing happens. After you plant it for 5 years, nothing happens, and after 5 years, what happens to a bamboo tree? It grows, like, say, more than the other trees or whatever. So if you are a bamboo plant, you will take time to give results. So so don't get disheartened, so but that will make you negative also, you will feel stuck also at times. That is very natural, no worries about that. Then another thing happens, there will be a glass wall, you will be able to see the next size, like, say, I am able to see the next, I'm able to see that I can create $1 billion enterprise, right? But how to get there, for some time I didn't know the solution, but I have come up with a solution right now, which I'm able to give you. But when I was facing this phase, this was like a glass wall, I'm able to see the solution, but I don't know how to achieve that solution. This happened to me for some time, that is why this course, right? And this online webinar, where I'm trying to tell you my experience, which you are undergoing. But not to worry, because I have already done that, you can also do that, right? And here my special thing will be, can we repurpose your weakness to a strength? Why weakness to a strength? Because these are what you are thinking that your negative qualities, these are actually your strengths. People are saying these are negative, so you are thinking it is negative. And do you know that every weakness can be repurposed to a strength? So that is what we will be doing here. And the insights will be about three things. It will be self management, people management, and dream management. Everybody has oneself to manage. You know, you are not able to manage yourself. That is why you are stuck. And people, because people are saying negative. Why? They should say positive, right? But if they are not saying, then something in yourself needs to change. Once you change that, people will change. You know, soch badlo, duniya badlegi. It is like that only. And dream management. What about your dreams? So most of the time, after you are 25, till 25, you will think that yes, 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 you can achieve all your dreams. But after 25, what happens? You start thinking that, oh, nothing will be possible anymore, and I will not be able to do anything anymore. That is what happens, right? So, what is self? How you assess yourself is self. How do you assess yourself? Very important. And about people, how others assess you, this is the second question. And the third question is about what impression do you make. So they say, no, what will be your obituary like after you are gone? How people will remember you? So that is the impression you make, and that depends upon your dream. How far, how big was your dream? That is what matters after you are gone. So it is about your uniqueness. As I say, everybody is born unique and they need to discover their uniqueness. So that is about self. And what other people say doesn't matter, because you know yourself the best, right? How can other person will know you? So let us discover that together and make it strong. Then the second is credibility, because that is your impression, how you impress other people. If you are impressing them with your good thing, which is of help to them, then they will say, yeah, yeah, this person is very good. And if they that is negative to them, they will say what? They will say, ah, this is a useless person. But you are the same person, no? Whether they say good or bad, you are the same person. You are not becoming anything else. So why to be bothered? But let us try and become useful to others, right? And dream is the depth. How far you can think depends on the dream. 1 billion enterprise, does it seem very real? No, na. But it is possible. In today's world, it is very much possible. Everybody is connected to everybody in the world, so it is not a big deal. The only thing is how to get people like me, like you, so that we can come together and make that dream happen. So that is what I'm trying. So that is what I'll be expecting from you to try and join me and do the same thing, right? So that is the thing. Let us go to the next. So what you will know here is look for your traits, which I already discussed. Then self-identification of 3 strengths in your personality and how you can work with me, and any question and answer at the end. I'll try. I have uh, like say listed out some question and answer, but if there is something else, we can take those questions. So what is the dilemma? All that dilemma that we discussed just now are of three types. I am not feeling up to the mark, workplace politics, and third is inability to find new opportunities. That is why you are in a dilemma, right? Otherwise, you will take the solution and start working. These are the three things you are stuck with. You are feeling that you are not up to the mark, you are inadequate, you are inefficient, something like that you are saying to yourself. And workplace politics with peers, juniors, seniors, this is happening. And you are not able to change your job or something. That is what you are thinking. In anger, you are always thinking, ah, this job is not good enough, I should try and get another job. That is what you will try, right? So who I am? Let me tell you who I am. I am Samvita, and I started my career about 10 plus years back, and the big decision that I made was I changed my job. I undertook a difficult project, and I started looking inwards, right? I started looking inwards. And these are the three things I did. These were my strengths, and still they are strengths. And whenever I start doing something, these three things I look, right? So what I achieved, I since the start of my career, I started. Let me see the charts, if there is any. Oh, it is not visible. And my salary doubled compared to what it was in 2017. So before that also I had a certain I had certain raise, but this was doubled. So in 1 year, doubling a salary is something very new, very unexpected for me. And what are my strengths out here? Inherent strengths are I make an instant impression, both good and bad, right? And people will think me about being very proud, or they will think me as a very good, very helpful person. And the second thing is I choose projects in very remote and difficult areas because not many people choose those projects, right? So that is what I have done. Then the third strength I have is I can see a solution with inclusion, and I am very resourceful. So in this regard, I'll tell you that once uh, Nelson Mandela of South Africa, he was pitted against FWD Clark, and there are TV debates, right? So in one of the TV debates, the final one, FWD Clark, his opponent, had all the questions right. He answered all the questions, and he stated about his vision, mission, and everything in a proper manner. And Nelson Mandela was no match. So everybody knew that the election is being won by FWD Clark. So at the end of that debate, Nelson Mandela went to his opponent, shook his hand, and he told, "I am so very proud that you are a worthy son of South Africa." What did he do? He didn't have the competition in mind. He had the bigger picture in his mind. He had the well-being of South Africa in mind, right? So that is why he didn't bother whether he wins or he loses, but he wanted South Africa to be governed by a very capable person. So what he did was, in that single gesture, he actually won a friend, and he made him partners in development. So if you are doing something, if you have a bigger picture, bigger mission, you will not bother about who is in competition, or whether there is a competition to be won. He will look for partners, always partner in development. That is what I did, right? So I worked with people in remote areas, with ladies, farmers, and tribals who are not supposed to be very educated and very exposed. Still, I work with them to do certain things. We will discuss what I did. So let's, as before I go to myself further, we'll discuss that in the course of this webinar. Let us assess your thoughts. So your thoughts make you what you are. Your strengths are your strong points, and your weaknesses can also lead to find your hidden thoughts. So whatever is your weakness according to you, let us start finding what is behind those weaknesses. Those are only thoughts, the way you think. And if you want to change those weaknesses into your strengths, that means only thing you need to do is just change your weak thoughts. It's like that. Yeah. Hi. So Ajay says that I can't focus on one thing. See, these focusing, we had to decide. See, this is a practice. As I say, that you need to assess your thoughts to focus. Like say, it is only thoughts that is your strengths and your weaknesses as well. So let us assess your thoughts. How to do this, right? Just a minute. So, what do you think about this thing? To have long term success in any position of leadership, you have to be obsessed in some way. This is what Pat Riley has told. So, if somebody is telling you that you are very obsessed, you are very fastidious, you are difficult, you are very defensive, and all that, if you are convinced about something in life, you need to go about it, you need to follow it, right? So that is how. So consistency is the key, right? We are listening to that, but pursuing that thing in real life, no matter what, that is what is obsession. You need to be obsessed with something to be a leader, right? Yeah. So let us take the second scenario. So in workplace, you might have seen, might have felt that, Yogendra, can you please mute yourself? Yogendra, thank you. So in workplace, you might have seen this situation. You are feeling very jealous about somebody. Here is a scenario. Binod was a much sought after guy while the team is doing innovation. So Binod is part of a innovative team, R&D team, as you say. So everybody was asking his opinion, how to do this, how to do that. And he was feeling so very occupied with this counseling and advice giving that he was not able to do his own job. So what he did, he actually recruited a person called Rajesh. So Rajesh was supposed to give this counseling and doing all this advising and other things so that Binod could focus on his core work. He, as a leader, he had a great responsibility to do see this R&D work. So here what happened, after Rajesh came, Binod started feeling inadequate. He started feeling kind of rejected. Not everybody was approaching him anymore. It was only when Rajesh couldn't do, people approached Binod. So it was a very natural position. Don't you think so? If you think so, then why Binod was feeling jealous? Do If you are in Binod position, how will you feel? Are you feeling like that? Or if you are in Rajesh position, what you will do to resolve this issue? If at all you are feeling the problem of Binod, if at all you are feeling the problem of Rajesh, do you actually realize what your responsibilities are? How do you feel? What do you think? So if you are in Binod's position, it is Binod's weakness, right? That he is feeling jealous. But what is Binod's, in this weakness, what is the strength that Binod has? He has to focus about his leadership skills, right? That is what I think. But what do you think? That determines your strength, right? What When you see something, when you read something, you are feeling something, right? How do you feel? If what I am saying that Binod should focus on his leadership skill, do you agree with me, or what else are you thinking? That determines your personality, your strength. Let us go to the next thing. Here, the strategic initiative vice president, Mr. Johnson, wanted Julie to be given a higher responsibility. Julie was a very innovative person, very hard taskmaster, and a high quality achiever. But Julie's immediate supervisor was apprehensive. He was not very sure whether Julie should be given a promotion. So he approached the training executive in HR how to get a solution, because the senior person, the vice president, wants Julie to be promoted, and he is not sure whether this promotion can be given because Julie is a hard taskmaster. So the training executive, he came and asked Julie, "What do your colleagues think of you?" Julie said, "They appreciate I am an achiever." Julie said, "Do they respect you too?" Was the next question, and Julie hesitated. Now Julie started to think, if she is not a team person, she will not able to take the team along with her. What does that mean? That means only Julie will go forward, but she cannot go forward much, because as we all have known that if you want to go fast, then you have to travel alone. But if you want to go far, then you have to go along with your team. So what do you choose? Do you want to go fast or do you want to go far? So that is how your personality is determined, how you are. Are you a loner? So much loner, you want to do your work yourself, so that you don't want to take your team together. You are also bothered about the team's attitude, their motivation, their pace of work, everything you are bothered about. But have you have you counseled them about it? So that is where your strength or weakness comes. What do you think that Julie should do next? For your information, by the way, Julie actually started working with her teammates and started taking their views, and that is how she won the team's confidence, and she was promoted. Now nobody has any objection against her promotion. What do you think? Was it the right strategy to take? What would you do in if you were in Julie's position? Next scenario is Marco is a subject matter expert in his organization. So his boss once told him, "You should be a specialist by now." What does that even mean? Marco wondered. Marco didn't know the difference between the subject matter expert and a specialist, you know. But there is, and he started wondering, is it a promotion that he is intending? It is a higher responsibility, or is it a way to getting him sidelined? So he has started doubting the boss. Once you start doubting the boss intention, then what happens? There will be friction, there will be resistance, and of course there will be unusual and very unpleasant kind of workplace issues, right? And why he started making this friction? Because he didn't understand subject matter expert, the difference between subject matter expert and the specialist. You know, the thing is so small, but it becomes very big if you ignore the basic issue and go for something else. Now, as per my understanding, a subject matter expert is a person who actually sees the problem, sees what to be done here, there, and but he doesn't have the responsibility to make the change. He has the responsibility to make the opinion, but he doesn't have the responsibility to make the change. That is where his boss was saying, make the change. So what he is intending, according to my understanding, he is intending that bigger responsibility. Marco should start taking bigger responsibility. Bigger responsibility means what? Promotion, right? If you don't understand that, these frictions will happen. And most of the time, you will agree with me that frictions start from here, the communication gap, right? And this. So let me share this screen another time. So this is what, let me share the screen full view. So my name shows as Nilima Bandhavgarh because of a certain disconnection. So let us discuss about Sumesh scenario. Sumesh got to know Philip during a lunch outing organized by the company. It was an inter-departmental gathering, and Philip was a man. Uh, let me see. So Philip was a man of few words, but Sumesh could gather that he loved giving into charity for a cause he deeply feels connected to. So a day after Sumesh made a donation to that cause, he received Philip's appreciation after some time, saying that it was a surprise that you have. So let us start discussing this. Sumesh was a senior. He got to know Philip during a luncheon outing, where he found that Philip was a man of few words, but he loved doing charity, right? So after that, what happens? He had to he just felt like giving a charity, because Philip also thought good about charity, right? And he donated, and so that is how the friendship started. And when Philip was into some kind of requirement about getting introduced to a big client or something, uh, Sumesh actually, Philip started helping him. What do you think about this? This is a business relationship establishment. If you think that this is a good thing to have done, and you can do this to establish your business relationship as well, this will be a strength, right? So what do you think about this? Next is, suppose you were asked to do a visioning exercise for you. Suppose you have a good vision right now, right? So what do? You will start from today and reach that goal. So the first thing is you will do a SMART goal, right? So achievable uh, in a certain time. So suppose for my case, I have put this goal to be March 2028, right? So so what do? I will start from here today, and start establishing those goals till 2028, or should I go backwards? This also determines the kind of personality that you have. Why do you think that you cannot do this way or that way? There are certain gaps. For my case, it was like, say, I was not reaching, starting from here I couldn't reach, so I started getting from there also. I needed to take big leaps, which I thought was not possible. So here what is shown? It is shown that you have that kind of that self doubt, right? Do you have do you have that self doubt which is sabotaging your progress? Do you think that this is not possible, that is not possible? Is this happening in your case? Now, some proof of concept that I had done. Despite those doubts everywhere, doubts will be there, right? When you start taking a big plunge, self doubt will come in. But despite that, we need to take some big steps, right? So let us see. So what I did in 2008, I enumerated 44 lakh women in 29 districts of Rajasthan. I had taken 12,000 volunteers for that. I couldn't have done that alone myself, right? So 12,000 volunteers in 29 districts of Rajasthan. Together, I actually trained them, and together we could find out those were my partners in development. We could design 49 to 65 camps, enumeration camps in each district depending on the population, and we started enumerating, and we could do this in 2 months time, only 2 months, right? So that was the big achievement for me. Then the second thing, which was at Meghalaya is, I established 239 kiosks, common services center, because it was a program under the national e-governance plan, and where I trained 1,500 youth in 2 years of time, and we could establish 239 centers. These purpose of these centers were to connect the remote areas of Meghalaya to a central server. In the central server, all the utility documents were there. So if somebody needed a certificate, that person had to travel from that remote place all along to Shillong, and there he needed to approach some government officials. It might have taken, it would take him say 7 to 8 days, and during that time also he is not very sure whether he would get it, and he spends a lot in the travel, in the stay, in the food and everything, and still he is not very sure whether he could get. But by these centers he can get at around his place only. So it required data connection, right? It required connection, internet connection. But broadband was not working in Meghalaya because of the difficult terrain that Meghalaya has. It is a hilly terrain, right? So what innovation I did along with the telephone department of that state, that we gave data cards that time, and they were very pleased that I could find out that solution. And then we also established 5 VSATs. VSATs are very expensive things, expensive infrastructure for data connection connectivity. But after that, Meghalaya government could see the utility of those VSATs, and they donated 42 VSATs to certain very difficult and remote areas. Meghalaya's border is connected to Assam at one side, and Tripura at the other, Manipur at the other, and Bangladesh as well, right? In 2 years of time. So that was the second achievement that I had. And then I had a 20 farmer producer organization in Sikkim in just 3 months, in the north and east districts of Sikkim, which are supposed to be the most difficult. But here the advantage was, like say, the organic movement was there for some time back. So it was very easy for me to organize these farmers into farmer producer organizations, which are, each farmer producer organizations are of 1,000 farmers. And by establishing this, we actually help the farmers get market linkage to be able to sell their produces in a negotiable price in the nearby markets, and they would get inputs like say seeds and fertilizer at a reasonable price. And why this is possible? Because with 1,000 farmers requirement, we can get a volume, and every supplier would be interested to get that volume, and they will offer some certain prices, because it saves them lot in expensive, like say, spending in other expenses like reaching out to farmers time to time, and travel and etc. So that money they are willing to pay here to a farmer producer organization, so these people can get these inputs in a reasonable rate. So that is the third achievement that I did. And then the most significant project was turn a food scarce pocket into a food surplus one. So eastern Madhya Pradesh, around these fringe villages of Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve, those people are very poor, and these people, because there was no fence that time in 2012, so these people were going to the core area, to the tigers area, and there were many casualties. So the forest department wanted us to formulate some livelihood solutions so that these people don't have to go to the core area. And but these people, in terms of agriculture, they had only 3 months food. For the rest of the food, they had to depend on the forest, and they had to go to the core, because there were no, they didn't go intentionally to the core, but since there was no fence, so they were just traveling into the inside the forest, and they got into the tigers area. Once they are face to face with the tiger, sometimes the casualties were happening, and there were many. So we had this project, and taught these people in alternative livelihoods in terms of agriculture. And we taught them about, we started from SRI, this system of root intensification, wherein the production gets at least doubled. So that is the first thing that we did. We did an experiment with hybrid mustard, which actually gave them some cash crop price, high price. And then we did herbal for them. And then our idea was to do paddy in the productive lands, and these herbal and the oil seeds like sunflower and kusum in the non-productive lands, so that like say they get food as well as the money, right, by selling. And if they grow something non-perishable, then it gave them the security of being able to not like say it will not be a distress sale, right? Yeah. So the community won 17 awards in 4 years time, and they also became part of the district governing board. Just imagine these people what they did. They established a corpus of 35 lakhs or more in the federation that they formed. They opened a bank account. These ladies who were not never got out of their village, and mostly most of them were never out of their homes as well, apart from going to the village forest and all. They traveled, they got appointment of the collector, they got themselves to the district governing board, all in just 4 years time. So we keep on creeping that in 70 years time nothing happened in India and all. But if there is a committed person out there, this development is quite possible, very much possible. That is what I proved, right? So achieved recognition for the community, as I say. So this was my these farmers, my farmers, they won an award of 51,000 cash prize from the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Narendra Modi. Mr. Narendra Modi was the then Chief Minister of Gujarat. He actually picked up my farmers to it was a farmers convention where my farmers were participated and they won this prize. This is one of the very significant prizes. And when MGNREGA, the employment was not happening, then these people took to hybrid mustard. And actually the Jawaharlal Agriculture University's vice chancellor came and did the crop estimate, and we broke the state's mustard production that year. Our minimum was 12 quintals per acre and maximum was 24 quintals, and the average production is even till today it is not more than 6 to 7 quintal per acre, even the max. And third award the community won was Devti Bai won the CII Best Lady, Best Women Award, and with a cash award of 1.5 lakh rupees. And she won it because of best enterprise, best small enterprise. She spoke of capital, right? Capital formation. And the then industry minister, Mr. Anand Sharma, is recognizing her here. MS Swaminathan Award from one of our farmers, Mr. Chandra Prakash Sharma, for from farm productivity, agroforestry, agriculture, and cropping system. These are all my partners in development, along with 500 ladies who form the SHG Federation out there. Yeah. So recognition for me as well, best story in social enterprise, because all that I did, I just wrote and won this project. Then subsistence to sustainability. This is the father of microfinance who gave me an eloquent recognition. Not more than that. Nobody can expect more than this. So this is what I won. And this is about social enterprise with Professor Muhammad Yunus, who is the Nobel laureate of our area. And I got into the prestigious Mint Munch publication and the pages, yes. And my organization wanted me to participate in a social study tour at Canada. So this is with the entire batch. And I also do some literary work in the Story Mirror. Some of my stories were published. And that was long back. Now coming back to this pandemic period, I bagged two projects worth 2 crores, and then I am on my way to get more 5 crores more in projects, and the total value of all the projects that I am handling or going to handle are 30 crores. So what I did along with that experience, I am trying to get a possible road map for you too. By the way, leave if you don't want to work with me. So this is the time when you have to decide whether all the solutions that I am discussing, whether this is relevant for you or not, or uh, yeah, here is the curriculum. So you will undergo a 3 days thing of a performance optimization blueprint, where we will discuss about the mindset, why you are not able to focus and all, if you are not able to speak, that also, if you are not able to communicate, that also, if you get angry, that also, all these things in a 3-day course. Just it is a 3-day course, and it is a 10 days course, which will take you, of course, 30 days to practice. But here the module 1 is like, say, why it is necessary, why it is necessary to create a vision and mission statement, why self-reflection is required, achievement and guilt, developing the mindset of an empath, and goal setting exercise, and finding a niche. Module 2 will contain turning a negative story to positive, self-situational analysis, setting a positive intention, ultimate identity, decision making. Module 3 will have creating a mindset document, setting a continuous practice, getting to an enterprising hub, rewarding yourself, listening exercises, creating a success blueprint. This is my dream tracker. You will be supported to create a dream tracker for you also. And slowly you need to work on that. And the 6 bonuses are the mirror muse, where we will do this periodical self analysis with a weekly call. And periodical self analysis will contain what? Shifting a paradigm, mindset for greener opportunities, find your vision and decide your vision, taking action right away, then money management talks, then take a stand and stand by it, constructive exchanges to improve adversity quotients, then small action to steps to the journey of 1,000 miles, trust in relationships, hands on hand before automation, right? Yeah. The bonus number 2 is sneaky schedule. It is transitional shift. How to shift from whatever your position is, how to make the transition to the second level. That is the second one that we need to do. Then transitional shift is what? Defining a stress-free life is my long-term goal outline, passion and experience, maintain joyful and everything. That is about self. Then about people. It is like, do I have a leadership ability? Am I a thought leader? Do I inspire? Is my long-term goal outlined? Do I trust teammates? Am I a thought leader? That has come twice. Developing leadership traits, tactical moves or strategic move. Am I change maker? Should I initiate strategic moves? Tactical moves or strategic moves? What strategic partnership I should forge? Do I invest in team building, conscious decision making? This is all about people. You know, we were discussing about self, people, and dream. So this is the second aspect, people management. The third one is about dream. Can I integrate global teams? Yes, of course you can do. Is mine an overarching commitment across team, organization, and the goal? Am I a thought leader? Equality, inclusion, and empathy, accessing inner gap. So these are about the dream, which we will study in the weekly counseling. So if we discuss, take them together, it becomes a huge one like this. And you are nowhere, like say you are puzzling about what all to do and what not to do. So we have categorized them into 3 categories: self, people, and dream, and we will handle that separately, right? And bonus number 3 is golden gambit, dream dwelling, wherein we discuss permit yourself to dream, higher self-esteem, loser to winner and achiever, then victory over change, comfort zone syndrome, natural abilities, core competencies, touch base with your strengths at the moment of despair, seva, give when you want to receive. Flat out fantastic. Next, right, Steve. These are all that we will do in the dream dwelling thing. Bonus 4 is get digital. So this is optional, but you can get this, of course, charges you extra, but it is your choice. Plus course design. We teach you four digital skills like converting systems, landing page and funnels, FB ad design, persuasive ad copywriting, and click funnels and active campaign. We will teach you landing page and funnel, small email automation. So that will be in bonus 5, bonus 4. Bonus 5 will be curating a money mindset. You know, money mindset is not anything about your money, but it stabilizes your cash flow, right? So that is where the mindfulness comes, right? So this course is called mindful millionaires, because only you need to be mindful to become a millionaire. Unless you do that, you cannot. It is nothing about money and what all you do. Whatever you do, you can achieve success if you follow the mindfulness about money. And um, these are the subjects that we'll be dealing with slowly, and it takes time, practice and time. Yes. So why money doesn't, what inspired me to incorporate this aspect in this course? Why, you are working so hard. You are working all your life, but are you earning enough? Are you earning enough? If you are not, then why? You would like to know, na? So if you see, your vibrational frequency has to match your scale of consciousness, and that is when you kind of attract money. So how can you do that? If you have negative emotions, your vibrations will be low. But once you start getting courageous, you become neutral, you have a position of least resistance. You don't quarrel with people. You don't enter into any friction with anybody. You always have a good sense about the other person. Then your vibration gets higher. Anything positive, your vibrations get higher. And what attracted me was joy, because I am usually a joyful person, and that says that you are into a higher consciousness. So it is so easy. You don't need to be a university qualified person. You don't need to be this, that, any other thing, but you can raise your vibration by just being happy. Just being happy means you are not in confrontation with anybody, right? No conflict, creative and expansive. You actually can in invest all your positive energy into something positive towards your goal, right? And nothing of this is about money. So this is why it attracts me, and I thought I should give this formula. This is small formula, but a big breakthrough for you. So it takes so little to be absolutely blissful. What you will attract money, at the same time you will be blissful and peaceful and happy and helpful, everything, right? So I actually received a poster saying this: how to have a money mindset. If you have a money mindset, you will attract money. So see, forgive your past. If you have a bad past, and if you are carrying that bad experience within you, then that is a burden, and it stops you from attracting money. So forgive your past. Forgive. You need to forgive. Change your story. If it is a negative story, you can easily change, and that is what we will be teaching in this course. Practice gratitude. You should be grateful for 5 things at least in a day. Of course, if you start writing about gratitude, you will see 50 things in your life. You're able to drink a cup of tea today, that is a gratitude. And if you been able to have a garden, that is gratitude. You still have a garden, I still have a garden, so that is gratitude. I have 2 dogs who give me a lot of love, gratitude again. I had my morning breakfast, I had my meal, I had my dinner. 3 gratitudes again. I had the whatever provisioning at the home. I have lot of love about friends and friendships, everything. So gratitude. Know your worth. Stop having self-doubts. So time and again I'll tell you are born unique. So that is what I'll tell you. Have faith. Have faith upon God. That God is there. He is looking at your everything, and He is taking care. So have that trust. Respect and value money. So money is like, say, you have to respect. What happens, like, say, we don't have much respect about money. Whoever has money is a corrupt person, that is what we think. So that is disrespecting money. But what about goddess Lakshmi? She is what we worship, right? So she is not bad. So that means money doesn't have to be bad, but we think like that. So we need to change that perception, right? Then take small steps. Of course, nothing happens overnight, nothing happens on its own. We need to take steps, we need to execute, we need to implement. So those small steps, sacrifice laser. Yeah. When you are building your enterprise, you need to give your time. So you might have to sacrifice your leisure. No more complain. Don't complain about anything. That will bring negative vibes inside you. So stop complaining and visualize your success. Of course, you need to think. You need to think. You need to know where to go. If you don't know where to go, so for that, listen to Strangest Secret, right? By, I forgot the name, but yes, if you Google the strangest secret, then it will tell you something. It tells you that unless you know where to go, how can you go? Where to reach? Where will you reach if you don't know where are you going? So know where are you going, and you can know where you are going by visualizing your success. I'll reach there, this person, this point. My milestone is have impacting a billion lives with a $1 billion enterprise. That is my goal. That is where I am reaching. So I know where I am going. Never stop learning. Of course, I have to learn a lot. So you will also have to learn a lot. Action over excuses. This happened, so I couldn't do. This happened, so I couldn't do. So those situations will happen. Despite that, you have to execute, right? So these are all income booster, and this is a very, very good poster that I have received. So I thought I'll share with you. Is this anything about money? No, nah. Still it is money mindset. Then bonus number 6 is the most important one, where we will be teaching you how to create a business for which will be giving you a passive income. So this will take you time, and this is for the, of course I'll give you the blueprint, but you need to hustle with me for 3 years. This is a special course. This is my level 3 course, and but the blueprint is available to you right now. So as I said, it is about self-management, and it's an in-depth discussion about self-management, people management, and dream management. So that is what we'll be doing. So after that, have you found a reason to be associated with me? All this will be your thing, and you can be with me for lifelong. Whether you take this course or not, you will be there with me for the entire life. Of course, you need to pay when it comes to one-to-one counseling, or apart from that, we will have a weekly counseling, group counseling, wherein I will be regularly with you in touch every 7 days, right? So that during that also you can ask. And what this entire performance optimization pack contains, it contains the formulate your own solution, and the bonuses are like say reinforcement. When we do this periodical self analysis, we'll do the value you get is reinforcement of positive thoughts. When we do transitional shift, you will have confidence installation. When we do dream dwelling, it will be uniqueness and potential that you will find out. Get digital is upgrade yourself with 4 digital skills that we teach, and several things along with that. Whatever we learn, we teach you. Curating a money mindset, get your cash flow right. And shift counseling is put your business on autopilot, which will give you a passive income. So this is the entire package, and the value of the entire offer stack is about 3 lakh rupees, right? And no, for about 3.89 lakh rupees, which is $4,000, right? But today's offer at webinar price, it is just 9,999. So it is your choice. Now coming to the FAQ, small shifts, success, a skill that pays, a business on autopilot. These are the um, result, is the ultimate result that we'll be giving you here. And then finding your the first week you will get the finding your niche area that we decide if you are doing what you like doing. Is second week will be making the mindset document. That is what we'll be doing. Know the person you are at the moment. Third week will be winning trust of seniors. If that is the problem that you are facing, that we will do. Fourth week, winning trust of juniors, understand their aspiration. Fifth week, winning trust of peers, resolve the gap in perception. Then sixth week, it will be goal setting, dream like a wild bird. And seventh week, it is a dream tracker. Eighth week, it will be turning a negative story to a positive one instantly, changing gear to positivity. Ninth week, turning a negative story to a positive one instantly, changing gear to positivity. Yes, it has come twice. Yeah. 10th week, reinforcement of positive thoughts, shifting paradigm, attitude and perception. 11th week, reinforcement of positive thoughts, shifting paradigm, habit and action. Here, this that was perception, it was habit and action. Then 12th week, process of choosing a vehicle. So if you are going for a digital skill, then this training starts from here. If at least you can choose one vehicle, right? And up to this entire course is of 15,998. You can get it at just 499 at this link. This is the link, and it is valid till 30th June. But we can if you reach me out, if you want to if you have seen this webinar in its entirety, we can change that price to 499. I'll of course qualify you on certain things, and then you can have this at 499. Please remember that I am looking for super performance to be included in my globally super performing team. So I need to qualify people, right? If you take this course at, if you are able to pay 499, and if you take this course and if nothing happens, then it will be a dishonor for this course. So you can stop here and buy this course. And if you have decided to go for the digital skills once, then you can um, go email. You can do this email marketing, let the client know what the services you are providing. Email automation, learn active campaign, click funnel, landing page design and funnel, integration, click funnel and active campaign integration you need to do. So there are other integration also you can do. Copywriting, it takes time. So persuasive sales letters and all. And Facebook ad design, this also takes time. How to create and go for a Facebook ad design. These are the digital skills that you have. Despite this also, you can create a 6-figure business But if you know this will enhance your competency, right? So these are the week wise plan. And Upwork is another area where you can source work, right? And this is work from home. You can source work from here. This is what, how to create your profile and how to get work. This is what we will do, right? So start a side hustle. This is the fastest, and this is worth 49999, but about 50,000, but it is available at just 5,000, 4999 at this link. You can you will get the fast course also. Along with that, you will get a digital course also. So this entire course, the performance optimization course, blueprint and mastery plus digital, these both these courses together, we will give, you will be getting at 4999. And this the 6 business blueprint, clients at Upwork, confidence installation, dream dwelling, and this we all are thinking about this 6-figure thing. So process of having a 6-figure business. So that is an entire thing that we have. And this webinar price is 9999 total. All the 3 courses will be available at this price, if you think that. So decide which one you will go, whether you will go for the first one. Let us go there into that slide where we can decide. Give me a minute to get there. So this is the entire package, right? So the first package is performance optimization course, which is of two segments. One is the blueprint, which is about 5,000, and the performance optimization mastery, which is of 11,000, where most of your attitudinal problems will be resolved. So these course together are of 15 plus 5 to 20,000. You are getting it at just 499, right? And the next courses are of digital skill and putting your business into autopilot. So those are in separate segments. If you want to take any of these courses, then the entire price is just 9999, right? So if you chose one part of it, so today's price will be 9999, and just the first part it comes at 499. And if you want to uh, get the digital skill one also, it is just 4999, right? And the entire course comes at 9999. So that's it. Thank you for here. And if you want any clarification, then we can talk further, right? And yes, so that is it. Thank you for being here, and let us see in the further in the class there, right?